What's up? Welcome back to the channel. What is up? Welcome back to the channel. Hey queens, hey baddies, hey bitches, what is up and welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do a little chit chat, story time, explanation, whatever the fuck this is gonna be called. But there is something going on that I need to address because it's just all over. And I'm like fucking done with the whole situation and I just want to kind of clear my own name. But this video is going to be about, I guess, the dark side of the internet, or catfishes, or scams, or whatever. Stalkers, harassment, bullying, whatever, okay? I'm just gonna tell you guys what's going on, because if you look at my last few videos and you go through the comments, there's this fool that is going on all my social media. They're going on TikTok, multiple TikTok accounts. Of multiple of my TikTok accounts, as well as they have multiple accounts. They go on every single one of my Instagram pages, and now they've transitioned over to YouTube, and they lurk in the comments and they write to all my people. They friend request all my followers. People that I know are always reaching out to me with screenshots, and we're gonna get into it. So basically, I am being harassed online. There is this person, I don't know if this is his real name, but he goes by the name Timothy Koffel, and he claims that I go on dating sites, scamming men of money, pretending my name is Jessica Patrick, with a Minnesota ID, which is fake as fuck. And I have a story that I am a starved Mexican mother with a dead husband or baby daddy. I don't know, because his story switches up sometimes because it's all full of shit. I don't know if this person is actually a victim of being scammed, or if he's just harassing me because he has nothing better to do and is harassed with me, is obsessed with me. I don't fucking know. But this honestly kind of has gone back up until about, I want to say like June, July-ish, at least, that I became made aware of it. And I honestly just kind of ignored, because I was previously being harassed by someone else personal in my life. You guys may or may not know. I'm not going to bring that up in this video. But for the past 2 years, I was already being harassed. So when all of this was going on, I didn't put too much thought into it, because I just thought I knew who it was, and I was like over the whole situation. And people that do these types of things, they thrive off of the attention. They thrive off of you arguing with them. Like, they enjoy that type of shit. Like, it fuels them. So I didn't want to feed any supply to these people, right? Or to the person that was harassing me. And I ignored it, but it has gotten to the point where it's on all of my YouTube videos now. It's on all of my TikTok accounts. It's comments that go back up to like 14 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago. Like, it's non-stop. Every other day or so, sometimes every day, I'm getting screenshots from people like, hey, there's this person using a page claiming it's you. So I'm going to make this one video just kind of explaining what the fuck is going on. So I already told you guys, this guy claims that I scammed men on dating sites. And he's out to, I guess, defame me, because he wants me to take responsibility for something that I didn't do, essentially. I don't know if he lives under a rock, but catfishes are real as fuck. There is a show dedicated to catfishing on MTV, okay? And these catfishes go through crazy extents to really make their stories so believable. And they have these online relationships with people that they'll never actually meet, and they do everything they can to make the person believe that that is who they are. I personally even got catfished recently. This guy kept writing to me, and he was really, really handsome, but I had a feeling it wasn't him. So I asked him a few times to send me like a live video, and he would, and I was still very skeptical about it. So I eventually stopped responding to him. Then I scrolled across a TikTok, and it was exactly that guy with a completely different name. I messaged that guy, who actually had a large amount of followers, messaged him, sent him screenshots, and he's like, that's not me. That's not me. And he had a whole a whole highlight section on his IG dedicated to fakes, which I honestly have now started myself. So when you become a social media person, or even if you're not a social media person but you have a lot of photos online, you're gonna probably end up victim, especially if you're good looking. I'm not saying that in a cocky way at all, but there's gonna be someone out there who has nothing better to do than steal all your content and pretend to be you in order to build relationships with people that would never ever look their way in the first place. So that's essentially what I think happened with this person. But like I said, he has failed to show me any proof that this has happened to him. So at this point, I feel like he's just full of shit, and I don't know what his goal is. But he emailed me. All right, let me just backtrack a little bit. So for a while, I kept getting these comments. Someone sent me a picture of the ID, or I think he was... So, okay, hold on. Let me back. Like, there's so much. So like I said, in the beginning, I was ignoring stuff, but I kept taking screenshots. So now I found a screenshot from back in July 22nd, and it says, Jessica, holler at me. I'm getting someone posing as you that sends numerous pictures of you, Jeanette, and your family asking for money. So he also is including my daughter's name. They use the name Jessica Patrick, which they are on Facebook, with your name and your pictures, and then he proceeds to provide his phone number and tells me to contact him. I ignored, because honestly, I didn't believe him. I told you I already was victim to harassment by somebody else in my life, and I was like, oh, here we go again. Like, I ignored it. Now, if you pay attention to the text, what he's saying here, I'm getting someone posing as you. So he's acknowledging that it's not me. So here he's acknowledging that it's not me. But eventually, I guess he got over that and decided, you know what, this is not getting her attention, so it is her. And now I'm going to start bashing her online and harassing all of her followers. Because here, the text seems really, really innocent and clearly says, I'm getting someone posing as you that sends numerous pictures and asking for money. He didn't say that he sent any money yet. So, anyways, I ignored it, like I said. He also sent an email around that same time with the same information. I'm getting somebody posing as you. Someone's using your identity. Please contact me. This is very personal about you. So obviously in the beginning he didn't feel like it was actually me. Now he's claiming 100% that it is me. And his facts just don't even line up. And now he's also going around claiming that I'm a narcissist, and that all I do is tell a lot of lies and victimize people and all this other bullshit. It's literally in the comments. So if you guys want to go read that, read it. I'm also going to be including some screenshots of things that he says. But he has now made several pages called Toxic Baddie Scammer with his threats and that he has proof. Literally, I feel like it's either him making fake threads of conversations, because the way this person is writing doesn't even sound like me. And there's like fake conversational threads and just so much bullshit. Like, I don't, it hurts my brain to even think about it. This video is to say it is not fucking me. So if you see any of these comments on my YouTube comment section, on any of my TikTok videos, laugh at it, okay? Laugh, because it is fucking bullshit. And it is hilarious at this point, because he left his phone number, right? So I had started to get fed up, because every day he was commenting on fucking different pages and whatever. So the other night, something made me like, you know what, let me find that number. And I called him unexpectedly. And he was a little taken aback that I called him. He was a little shocked that I called him. He didn't even remember that he gave me his number, which to me sounded really odd, because he left it not only in an email, he also DM'd it. And he literally like had to really think like, what? And I gave you my number? How did you get my number? And he even said that he usually gives out burner numbers. Meanwhile, he claims I was the one using burner numbers. So some of the stuff that he was saying was very, very skeptical. Because why would you always be using burner numbers? Why would you be somebody that needs burner numbers? Like, I've never used a fucking burner number in my life. Only creeps and harassers and bulliers use burner numbers. Like, who the fuck? So he already kind of exposed himself right there a little bit. And I have proof of all of this stuff. So I always have like a vault of proof and receipts, and I use them when it's necessary. Um, so yeah, I called him and he's like, yeah, this, like I really believe it's you, and you know you bullshit a lot of your followers, and you claim you don't know Spanish, but I heard your father's TV was Spanish and your father speaks Spanish. What the fuck? Yeah, my father is like straight Spanish, thick, heavy accent. Yeah, he had a Spanish show in the background. What the fuck does that mean that I speak Spanish? Like, if I spoke Spanish, I would be saying loud and proud that I speak Spanish. But unfortunately, I'm a little gringa and I don't speak Spanish. Like, I speak Spanglish, and even then, my accent is so horrible and I'm not fluent. So, like, his facts just, like, are, like, yo, it's creepy, honestly. It's literally creepy because there's something not right. There's something not right. And maybe, yeah, people are gonna be like, oh, you should be worried, you should be scared. I'm not living my life in fear. For like more than 2 years, I've been harassed. If it's not one fucking person, it's another, and I'm done. I'm gonna fucking live my life and just look over my shoulder whenever necessary. But nobody's gonna fucking run me. Like, I refuse. And I asked him, what do you want? Like, it is not me. Like, he's like, I'm not hurting for money. Okay, bro, if you're not hurting for money, what is it that you want? I want you to accept responsibility. Okay, well, I'm not going to accept responsibility for something that is not me. Like, it's not me. You got. Like, just take the L and move the fuck on. If you're not hurting for money, leave it at that. And he even said that at times he thought it might have been my ex doing that. It might have been somebody close to me. So he's not even sure if it's me. All he can say is, I truly believe it's you. Whatever the case, I'm not paying you shit. And I'm never going to admit to something that I didn't do. I don't need to do that. Like, I'm literally on OnlyFans. I get money from men using my real identity. I don't need to get a sugar daddy. I don't need to scam men. I don't need to go on dating sites. I was on one dating site, and that was Clover, and that's because I was a paid live streamer. Like, I'm not on any dating sites. I don't even have Tinder. Like, it's insane. It's like, ugh, it's just so annoying, honestly. And I don't need to do that. Like, I can literally use my real identity, go on sugarbaby.com or sugardaddy.com and do it the right, honest way. Like, it's so many red flags with what he's saying. And, like, if you've got catfished, and, like, I'm telling you it's not me. And the thing is, I think he was in a relationship with this person virtually. And I think now he thinks he has feelings for me, although I'm a bullshit scam artist. Meanwhile, it wasn't ever me that he was talking to. So I think he can't let that idea go. Because even after we had the phone call, which was honestly, like, he sounded creepy, but he didn't sound like a super scary person. Like, he wasn't threatening me or anything like that. But he wants me to accept responsibility. I said I'm not going to accept responsibility. So what it is that, like, what do you want? You're just going to continue harassing me? Because I'm not paying you a dime, and I'm not accepting responsibility for something I didn't do. So there was honestly no resolution to the call. So I ended the call. And so I ended the call, and then the next morning he's like, oh, you were very chatty. I wish we could talk about something lighter, some bullshit like that. Like, to him, this is fun. And, like, I was like, I wasn't chatty. I was trying to clear my name. Like, what? I don't want to fucking talk to you. I don't want to have conversations with you. Like, there is nothing between us. Like, it's just so fucking annoying. But after the phone call, he still proceeded to friend request people that I know, and still proceeded to just be the idiot that he's been this whole time. So I don't necessarily see an end in sight. And I'm going to be sharing little screenshots of, like, comment threads that he puts, but there is an ID. Jessica Funes also goes by Jessica Patrick, claiming to be a poor Mexican starving girl with a baby and a dead husband. I've never been married, to scam money from men. I'm gonna keep certain details private, but shit is pretty serious to that extent. Tell them how you scam men out of money to pay for my surgery. I paid for my surgery in cash with my own money. She goes by the name Jessica Patrick on dating sites to scam money. She claims to be a poor Mexican girl with a dead husband. What kind of Mexican girl has the name Jessica Patrick? Like, how did you fall for that? And he said he knew that the ID was fake. So why? Like, where? Like, how did you fall for that? And then he eventually says that he found out my real name because it was somewhere in a photo behind me. So I don't know if he really got scammed or if he's making all this shit up for attention. But yeah, he has multiple pages, TWC787. Then he also has El Tutor, and you can see it goes from 16 weeks ago, 15 weeks ago, 16 weeks ago, 17 weeks ago, and then all the way up until 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago. So it's been nonstop, with the same fucking story. And at first he was just saying something about me being the scammer, and now it's all about me being a narcissist. So I don't know what it is that his goal is, but I'm just clearing my name that it is not me. I do not need to do anything like that. It's not me. Like, that's plain and simple. It's not me. But basically, there is a whole dark side to having a big following, having your pictures out there. That is honestly the reason why I removed my daughter's photos from my Instagram. I used to post a lot of my daughter. I made a private page just for family. But I removed all of her photos from my main Instagram page because originally that was my page since 2013. I had lots of family pictures on there. I had my daughter growing up on there, and I took all of that down because I started to see the dark side to the internet and to having a following. And there's a lot of P words out there, and I wasn't comfortable having her out there. And then I knew there were a lot of fake pages going around prior to, so I was getting harassed by an ex, and then after that, a lot of fake pages were being made with my photos. Some were using my name, some were using different names, and they were writing to my followers talking about needing to gain weight for surgery. I didn't need to gain weight for surgery. I had lots of extra fat on me for the second round. And they even asked one of my friends to go with them, and my friend knew I would never ask her to go with me because we didn't have that type of relationship. So right away she called me like, hey, this is not you, right? And it wasn't. So at first it was a lot of fake pages using my pictures and my name and different fake names talking about surgery. So I don't know if it was one of those pages that scammed this person, or if it's the same person that was making those pages now taking it a step further, acting like a victim of those pages. I don't fucking know. All I know is there's a dark side to the internet, and I'm not gonna stop. Like, this is gonna be my career. Whether or not I have to take extra measures for security, then so be it. But the internet can be a scary place, and I've reported all these pages, and honestly, Instagram and TikTok, they don't necessarily have your back. They're so fucking weird because they're biased. Like, they would ban you for the stupidest shit, but then when you're reporting real issues, they shut their eyes to it and say it's not a violation. So then what is harassment and bullying? Like, they make no sense, which is why I'm building the brand that I'm building, which I'll talk about in another video. But before you ever decide to be an influencer, or you ever decide to gain a massive following, there are going to be prices that come with it, because there's going to be a lot of eyes watching you, and you don't know who's on the other side of the screen, especially when you do websites like OnlyFans. You just encounter a lot of creeps. I don't think this person has anything to do with OnlyFans. He's never mentioned anything like that. I think he's just something else. I don't fucking know. But my head has been like spinning, and I'm over it, because honestly it's somewhat entertaining. But honestly, up until 2 days ago, I really was 100% certain it was somebody else until I heard this guy's voice. And I'm still not sure whether or not there's a connection, because other things have been brought to my attention. There's so much. There's literally so much. But all I know is I'm gonna be careful. I'm still gonna live my life. I'm not gonna allow this to take me down or demotivate me or anything. This video was simply a story time, and a way for me to just tell you guys this is not me. So if you see any of those comments on anywhere, tell them to go fuck themselves, because it is not me, and you guys know that. And I've been so transparent and so open on the internet that, like, really it's a reach. If you got, take the L. There's nothing else for me to say on that. Okay, that's a wrap for this video. Bye, guys. So this is his TikTok account, True American. But look at the top. He posts about missing girls, while at the same time he's harassing and threatening one. Very odd. So for the next slides, you can pause and read whatever you want. But this shows he's saying it's not going to go away, and things are going to get real fun. Maybe not for you, though. So he's always threatening. So he also accuses me of using burner numbers. I've never used one in my life, but in the voice recording that I have of him, he says that he always uses burner numbers, and he couldn't even remember giving me his real phone number, which is odd. So on his fake IG pages, he has like fake threads of these conversations, which would be very easily achievable with burner numbers to have a conversation with yourself. Here we are, more threats. Cheer up, love. This is only the start. Told you before, you know what you need to do to get it deleted. So it's just threat after threat. So here we have a different page. If you notice, it's Toxic Beauty Scammer. The other one is Toxic Baddie. He also has David Knight, TWC, El Tutor. He has so many that it shows there's something like really wrong with this person. Alright, here's the creepiest portion of this whole entire mess. He sent chocolates to my residence in my daughter's name, and he apparently forgot to like keep it anonymous, because that's how I really was able to pinpoint who it was that was harassing me. I still wasn't really worried at all at this point, because I thought it was the other person that's been harassing me for the past few years. So I just didn't think much of it. I didn't go straight to the police. I just kind of ignored it, to be honest, until I actually decided to call that phone number that he provided me with, that he couldn't remember giving me, and then I realized he was somebody entirely different. Which, side note, I'm still not convinced that they are not connected somehow. So here you can see he says, "You're funny, can't help but love ya." On the bottom it says, "Just admit it, you do love me." This dude is honestly like obsessed, and I think he thinks he was in a real relationship with me, which no way. And then here he's giving financial advice. I don't know for what reason, but he thinks he was the one that gave me the ideas for starting a brand, and he's giving me ideas to help support the business, even though he doesn't want to. Like, why would you try to support somebody that scammed you? It makes no sense. So here you can see him commenting from both David Knight account as well as Toxic Baddie Scammer. Creeper, like seriously. But here he's saying that somebody from the Bronx, one of my associates, was writing to him. False, because nobody would associate with him. But then he's also referring to Periscope, which I openly discuss in my YouTube videos as a form of marketing for OnlyFans. So this is why I don't even believe him at all anymore, because I feel like he lies a lot, and I feel like he is making all of this up rather than him actually having been scammed by somebody, because he's just doing too much digging to like narrate this false story. It's bullshit. Okay, and here he is talking about me admitting to being on Clover scamming. That is bullshit. In the phone call, which I will be releasing, I told him that Clover was the only dating site that I was ever on, and it's because I was paid to be on there, very openly, not scamming men, just simply live streaming. So yeah, I would simply be live streaming, and people can willingly give tokens if they wanted to. There's no need for me to scam. I was using my real name, and if they wanted to see more of me, they can go to my real OnlyFans. Like, I have no need to scam. So it's just funny how he uses certain information and tries to twist it. But yet, I'm the manipulator. And then if you continue to read on, you'll see why I feel like there is some type of connection. Here, "You must be pissed at me, LOL, talk to me, love, and I still do care about you, a lesson in life on unconditional love." Like, he has mental issues for real. And maybe bipolar disorder, because back to the threats, "Get my money back, Jess, and I delete everything." This is definite, like, extortion, because he's continuously harassing me and making threats, and there's no resolution to this in sight. But he definitely has clear mental issues, and like I said earlier, I'm not going to allow this to stop me in any way. And if I have to take legal action, I will. I already started the process, but he does not put fear in my heart. I can honestly care less about his threats. I am not paying him a freaking dime. And he can literally go do something to himself that I'm not allowed to say on YouTube. So that's a wrap for this video.
Dicey